See, management just had a tire thing off, which is sure, so that was a nice little, I think they should have done that anyway. Of course they went I do, I'm looking because somebody's had to get down, just like that. Who does?
Bring the dog. There it goes.
I can try to turn off
Right, yeah, it's on the table there. Bring Timmy over.
He's easy.
I've never slept better.
It's a little bit.
How much do you want out of it?
Exactly.
Bring the dogs in and run around the call skate.
All the insurance is on part
You're gonna get hypnotized while you're drinking wine.
She's gonna do that.
I will, well, there you go.
Probably good luck, good for you.
Look at me, I would have
About 60 miles south.
Ready for the quiz in the back? All right. I see you're all set.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I know he's excited. I know I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight. This is something this is the inaugural. I'm going to try to do something like this once a quarter, a free event for everybody in town. And I want it to either be fun, informational, whatever. So if you have any suggestions or you have somebody like him, that we're not hypnosis.
Like me.
It's true, there is nobody like him.
Good looks.
Please just shoot me an email. There'll be some of my business cards on the table out front here when you leave, so describe it. Shoot me an email with anybody to make suggestions, because like I said, I want to do this at least once a quarter, and if they take off, we can do it once a month, because I just think that stuff like this is fun for the community. So, without any further ado, Carlos J. I have to say J because his dad's
Jose.
Who's his dad?
Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate that. Did everybody grab a handout?
Yes.
No. Okay. Grab a handout. In the back, there's a quiz. Some of you already tried to fill it out. That's 2 points off from working ahead without teacher's instructions. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to use the microphone because my voice is loud, plus I need both hands at some point. If you don't want to be hypnotized, you're not going to be hypnotized by looking like a chicken. You're not going to do that. That's not what I do. I can do that. I'm not a stage hypnotist. I can be one. I'm more of information, interaction, fun, and then I have my own office where I do therapy with people. That's what I do. That's what I really love to do. However, I love doing informational shows like today. I don't know what time he wants us to leave here. I don't care. I'll say as long as people want to have fun, and if you want to stay afterwards, answer your question. Feel free to ask questions as we go along. What I'm going to do, the way I do this program is I don't have a plan. I go with the flow. But I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm going to wait to see how you interact with me, and then I'll interact with you. So I'll go with the flow. So if you look at the handout right away, the first side, I'm not going to talk about myself, but it's all right there. I have plenty of hours of experience and life knowledge. This is what I do. I have an office on Sadler Road, on the way to the beach. On the right-hand side, right before you Dairy Queen, the green Amelia Island Insurance Agency building. I'm in that office right there. In that building, suite number 7, I'm right there. I'm a local guy. Been here on the island for 15 years. Okay, enough of me. I want to talk about myself. So, I want to know, just real quick, why did you guys come here? Just a couple of hands. Well, besides, I invited you. Anybody else? Why are you here? Why are you here? Curiosity. Okay. Anything else? Has anybody been hypnotized? Go ahead.
It worked for me.
It works for you. Okay. And anybody been hypnotized before in here? Okay. Not that many people. Okay. For anything particular, you have to tell me, but smoking. Okay. Most people are for smoking or weight loss. Okay. However. That's right. However, I work with a lot of people with anxiety, stress. You look at the front page of the handout, you'll see all the things that I can work with. Now, none of that is mental illness. I don't work with people that are clinically mental ill. Like no one's going to come here with schizophrenia or bipolar. I screen that out. But normal, functioning, everyday people that we all have stress, we all have anxiety, and sometimes we're a little bit heavier than we should be. But you know what? That's what people come to me for. So, I cover a very wide range of topics. There's nothing beyond the scope that I can't work. Even, for example, someone's going for surgery, I'm not going to worry about their tumor or their illness. But guess what? They have a lot of stress leading up to it. So I help them with stress. And guess what? Sometimes that even helps out with their illness as well. So I can't make promises, but all I can tell you is, hey, why not try it? What's the worst that can happen? You might feel really good for a couple of weeks and sleep really good at night. So that's what I do. So enough of that. I was born in Cuba. Came here when I was 4 years old. I speak Spanish and English, and of course, Spanglish. I do that too. And I love to teach. I love to entertain people, but in a way that's interactive, fun. So look at the first question on your handout, on your test. And I'll take you through it, and then as we take you through it, I'm going to do examples. And you'll see that after a while, you'll see my professional experiences, which are on the front page. I'm not going to talk about myself. It's all right there. I don't like to talk about myself. I like to talk about you guys. History of hypnosis. The word hypnosis is sleep. So if I come up to someone and I ask you to think about something, and you go into a trance, you're not asleep. People think that, if you hypnotize, you have to be like this, walking up to zombie, and everything I say you're going to do. All it is a total relaxation of the body where you are focused on something. Did you sign a waiver in case I hypnotize you? Now there's waivers going around. So if someone doesn't want to be hypnotized or in a trance, let me know because you felt did you want to be hypnotized?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so for example, what's the first thing on the item there? What's the first number one? It says, people can be hypnotized against their will. I cannot hypnotize her against her will. Can I touch you? Okay. Okay, so for example, I want you to, look at your hand right here, look at this spot right here.
Wait a second, let her sign this first.
That would be your responsibility. Thank you, Steve. Okay, now she's doing that. Just put a little squiggly right here. Just a little squiggly right here. I'll vouch for it. Okay, so put your hand right here. Your finger right here. I like this one better. Wait a minute, hold on. Look here. Okay, that one. Okay, look at the spot right there. Okay? This is one of the things about hypnosis. You have to be absorbed in what you're doing in order to go into a trance. If you don't have absorption, you can't go into a trance. Look at your spot right here. You see the spot right there? What color is it? Are you sure? Okay, is there a certain geographic shape to it? Is it a circle? Is it a square? It's an oval, right? I want you to keep looking at that oval. And as you keep looking at that oval, you notice that there's a certain sensation in your finger? Is it tingling? It's tingling, right? Okay. You notice how that red sensation starts floating around and starts getting more circular. It starts encompassing 3 of your fingers up here. You feel that? Okay, now as you keep focusing on that spot right there, you'll notice that your hand wants to slowly come towards your face. But not just yet. In a second. You just wait for it. And you'll notice how it slowly starts coming to your face.
I don't really want to be doing that. Yeah, that's pretty
It's doing it on its own, right?
Yeah.
You're not even really making an effort, are you?
Yeah. I'm actually trying to not.
Yeah, but don't resist it, because it actually feels good, doesn't it? It feels really good, doesn't it? And on the count of 3, you can just like go back. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's cool.
You wanted it? Okay, now, was that against your will?
Not at all.
You cooperated with me, didn't you?
Not at all.
Yeah, she cooperated with me. If she could, at any point she would have said, Carlos, shut up, I don't want to do this anymore. She could have done that. But guess what? It's such a good, it was a good feeling, wasn't it? It was relaxing, right? And we did everything.
It was all good.
Okay, so that's number 1. Can you be hypnotized against your will? No. You put down no. Everybody do this. Everybody do this. Now, if you've done this before, don't cheat. Okay? Put your index fingers up. Wide, as wide as you can go. And look at the space between the fingers. Just keep staring at that space. Just keep staring at the space like you have 2 magnets on both sides of your fingertips. Just keep staring at that space. And just notice what happens. And don't resist it. That's right. His went right together, right? That's right. Just let it go. Don't resist it. Just let it go. You see how that happens? See that? Yours is almost there, right? Now, when it touches, leave it there. Just leave it there. When it touches, just leave it there. And if it's taking a long time, it's because you're thinking too much about it. Don't think about it. Just let it go. And as you keep looking at that space, those of you that have touched already, keep concentrating on that little spot where they're joined together, where they're merged. And notice how when they're merged together, it feels like it's 1 finger only. And some of you might have some tingling sensation on those fingertips. And that's okay. That means that you're just getting that extra blood flow to your fingertips, which is actually a nice feeling. And if I did this long enough, all of you would go into a trance right now. But I don't want you all to go into a trance because then nobody will listen to what I'm saying. You'll all start slowly, slowly. You guys like this, don't you? Everybody really concentrating. So imagine if I went around and I tied a string around your finger and pulled it real tight. So imagine me going to each one of you and taking the string and putting a bow around both fingers. You notice how all of you are enjoying this and no one's complaining? and you have your hands in the air, and your hands aren't even getting tired. They feel really relaxed, don't they? See how tingly that feels? I can leave you here all day, but we have work to do. So on the count of three, and then you release your hand. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, did anybody here want to pull your hands apart? Did anybody have a sensation like I need to get out of this, or did it feel nice and comfortable, right? It felt good? It felt good, right? It wasn't anything like, I can't get out of this. I mean, you could have. At any moment, you could have gone. But it felt so nice. Why? Because you were absorbed on the spot. You were absorbed on the feeling. How many of you felt relaxed when you did that? Everyone felt relaxed, right? There's no stress. And guess what? Everything going on around the world, you didn't think about. You only focused on that one spot right there. That's called being in a trance. You're all ridden down the highway, you're driving. You know, and you get to where you go, oh God, I got here so fast, I don't remember what I did. You're all in a trance. Okay, that's a trance. That's a trance, okay? Look at number 2. Hypnotists have absolute control of the action of another. Did I actually have control over you when you did that? Not really. You were listening to my suggestions, and because it was non-threatening and it felt nice, I'm going to go out and cooperate. I need your cooperation for this to work. But at any point in time, you guys say, I don't want to do this, I can't make you do it. I'm not as an Bengali where I go around and put a curse on that. That's not what I do. That's not what hypnotists do. We're the victim of our own false information when we see these TV shows or stage shows. You know, I've been on stage shows many times. And it's fun to do. You volunteer. And when you volunteer, guess what? You're going to do what they ask you to do. If you don't volunteer, then, you know, you're not going to enjoy it. But when you're on stage and you're in a trance, you just play along with people. Now, if at any time there's something that I say that violates your moral code, you're not going to do it. You're going to walk out. So it's all based on your cooperation. That's how hypnosis works. So I cannot get you to do something against your will or your morals. I cannot get you to do anything that violates anything personal or ethical. Do me a favor. Everybody close your eyes. I want you to imagine, I do a lot of interactive exercises. I hope this helps. It's the only way to experience this. Imagine that Steve and I walk in on 2 separate sides of the room. He's got a big silver platter, and I got a big silver platter. And we have a big, juicy, yellow, tart lemon on each of those platters. And we slice them up so that there's enough of a slice for everyone in here. And then we go around, each of you take a slice of that lemon, and you take a nice, juicy bite out of that lemon. And that tart, juicy, lemony flavor is swishing around in your mouth. Notice how that sensation feels to you right now. And some of you are making the most unbelievable faces right now. Notice, stay with that sensation. Okay, on the count of 3, all good. 1, 2, 3. Wait, besides doing this, what else are you guys feeling there? Anything? Any volunteers? Did you notice it? Did you feel it? Okay. Now, that's a physiological reaction. How can you imagine a liquid, fluid, a tart feel in your mouth, and your body physiologically reacts to it? This is a mind-body connection. Okay, this is the mind-body connection. You visualize something, and you reacted to it unconsciously. None of you were forced to make the frown. It happened unconsciously. And that's one of the key elements of hypnosis. Number 1, you have to be absorbed. You have to be focused on something. Number 2 is the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a picture and reality. When I explained, or I told you about the image of Steve and I walking in with his platter lemon, that's an imagination, a picture. And you could automatically see that yellow lemon, you get that sensation of tart feeling in your mouth. Physiological reaction based on an image or a picture that you saw. So that's a mind-body connection. The mind created that picture, and your body reacted to it unconsciously. Okay? Some of you that associate with certain things like smoking or drinking, whatever it might be, as soon as you see it, you have that physiological reaction. So what I do is when I help people with smoking, let's say, is try to break that association so that mind-body connection doesn't exist anymore. They might think about it, but their body